So I invite you to come into a comfortable seated position. To begin, just allow yourself to rest. Notice if there's any impulse to now meditate, to be the meditator, to do this thing. We are so conditioned to do, to make something happen. Nothing wrong with that, certainly helpful in other circumstances, but not necessary here. The awakened mind is already here. This is a process of realization, not acquisition. You can even say that inwardly to yourself, just a reminder that this is a process of realization, not acquisition. And notice if there is a physiological response to that. I know when I say that to myself, I often feel a quieting, a settling down. In the talk, I was speaking about making my practice more difficult as a way of engaging with the practice. So I'd like to suggest that you locate the flow of your breath on the upper lip, just below the nostrils. If you are new to meditation, you're certainly welcome to try this. It may, if this is at all problematic, just go back to one of the grosser sensations. The feeling of the breath at the back of the throat, the base of the stomach. But if you're sticking with the lip, it's very difficult to actually feel the sensation of the breath. You'll be tempted to experience the sensation in the nostrils. What I find the experience is closest to just actually a change in pressure, a slight updraft on the inhalation, and a little bit stronger sensation on the exhalation. Focus the mind there or wherever you're choosing to use as an anchor point, not by gripping or tightening, but by deepening relaxation. Let the body become very, very still. Focus the mind on the top of the lip, and without tightening or gripping, let this be the only sensation the mind knows. Now, of course, you cannot stop other sense perceptions from being known. That's okay. You're just sort of de-privileging them by centering this one very subtle experience. Notice if you are visualizing the top of the lip. And just recognize if you are, oh yeah, there's an image associated with this practice. Notice it being there, and then just bring the awareness back to the sensation, however strong or soft that is. Now, widening the lens, allow the breath and the sensations of the body to be one and the same. So the mind, the breath is still anchored on the upper lip. But there is the sense that the rise and fall of the breath includes all the sensations of the body. So we're not peeling off to go to any particular area of the body. We're taking the entire body in as if the sensations in the body were an extension of the flow of the breath. staying with this practice, you begin to notice, you begin to experience a certain coming together of the breath and the body. The concentration of the mind. And there's a sense, a feeling tone that says, this feels pretty good. Turning our awareness just a click to this feeling tone. The word the Buddha describes here in his teaching on the mindfulness of breathing is that this is joy. See if you can recognize joy. Now it might seem that this is a very different experience than what you're used to associating that word to. When we think of joy, we think of exhilaration, often high intensity, giddiness. And this is the antithesis of that, it's the opposite. The breath is very ordinary. It's neither positive or negative. It's more neutral. The uniformity or the coming together of the breath and the body, this is concentration. This is seclusion. Seclusion away from the conceptual mind. When we bring our awareness, we focus our attention here like this, the mind responds. The brain and the nervous system, there's an inward feeling of yes, this feels good. This is a joy devoid of intensity. As always in these practices, don't struggle here. If this isn't really jiving with you, if it doesn't make sense, it's okay. Just recognize that's what's being known. Oh yeah, I'm tightening, I'm frustrated, I don't get this. Okay, that's what's here now. Can that be okay? On the other hand, you might experience a deepening that's happening. The focus of the mind, the coming together of the breath and the body. And remember, right, those are all distinctions that we make in order to be able to talk about these phenomena. But really, where is the line between breath and body? Inside and outside? Where is the line between mind and body? There is no line. There is no separation. Joy of its own starts to deepen. There's a sense of almost momentum to the mind, to the breath and the body. It can feel like a sort of downhill sleigh ride. Joy gives way to ease of heart. Notice the experience that you're having now, and imagine it all dissolving and deepening. There's a brightness to joy, and there's a deep stillness to ease of heart. Do your best. They describe joy as being like a spring or a stream that flows into the lake that is ease of heart. If you get lost, just bring the mind back. Come back to the sensation of the breath on the top lip. Connect back to the experience of the breath body. Sense that concentration, the joy of seclusion, the joy of the ordinary. See that dissolve and give way to ease of heart. with this ease and this depth and this sense of concentration as your base, as your anchor. Allow the lens of your awareness to widen, to include mental formations. So the breath and the body are unified. There's a sense of momentum, concentration, deep ease. And from here we can see the activity of the mind, the thoughts, the feelings, without getting hooked by them. They're there, they're doing what they do. But they are not so powerful that they override this deeper sense of peace, of equanimity, tranquility. Mental formations calm. You're not making it happen. It is happening as a consequence of what you are doing. Placing your attention on the breath, on the breath body. This is dispassion. Seeing the arisings of the mind, the mental formations, feelings, thoughts, and not getting hooked by them, not identifying with them. This is freedom from the conceptual mind. Widening the lens of awareness again. Look now to the mind itself. To the field of awareness upon which all of this is being known. The mind is invisible, and yet we know it's there. The mind is like a mirror. It reflects whatever is put in front of it without judgment, without being changed. Put something beautiful in front of a mirror, and the mirror reflects that beautiful object. But the mirror is not changed. It's not colored. It's not tempered, tainted by what is being known. Put something horrifying in front of a mirror, and the mirror reflects what is horrifying without being colored or changed. Rest. Rest in the space of the mind.